Hey, this is Randy with Creme, creating real emotional moments, bringing you tip number 75 with some updates. So recently, first I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate you so much for watching this video, watching all my videos. If you have been watching my videos, I truly appreciate you. You're awesome. But I do want to give you some updates. So recently, I got a job. Really, I'm working sales. It's 100% commission, and I'm absolutely loving this position. I love the culture. I love everyone I'm meeting there, and I am like 100% dedicated to this position. I'm 100% dedicated into making sure I succeed in this position and really like capitalizing on growing in the position. Now, it's a really rigorous job schedule. It's like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I'd be like waking up like at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, coming home or like 9, 10 o'clock, and then making sure I'm like doing other things, so that way, you know, like chores and other different things and everything. And so when it comes to these videos and the tips, it's something that I really hold dear and truly. Like everything that I've been doing when it comes to like going out and exploring and doing all these different adventures and recording them and using wherever environment I see as the tips. And so over the last couple of weeks, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I've been doing more tips inside because, you know, I've been working on other different projects, applying for the jobs that I applied for, and then finally getting the position. So bringing it full circle back to this video and these videos coming forward, I will be continuing doing the tips every single day. I won't stop. Tip number 75, bringing it to you shortly. But the key thing I do want to mention to you, I will be probably doing these videos right here in this environment, in this space. So this right here is pretty much what you're gonna see majority of the times you're watching the videos. You're interacting with me, you're watching me, however you are when you come and watch my videos. And so yeah, so this is the space right here, what you see, and it's gonna be the most consistent space you'll see for a pretty good time until I get more of the ropes. I can go out a little bit more, and here or there I will, you know, throw some other nature type of videos and be out in the open. But for now, the bulk of these videos are gonna be inside. So giving you a heads up. And inside meaning my apartment, where I'm residing in. And it's pretty much right next to the tree. So if you like the tree and you want to see the tree in the videos, comment down below. I will make sure the tree is in all the videos. Now, tip number 75, your emotions are a gift. Your emotions are a gift. Now, this is a tip for both. Obviously, there's guys and girls in the world, but this is a tip like I like geared towards guys a little bit, and not wholeheartedly, just a little bit. Like, so say it's like 55-45, like 55 guys, 45 women. And so when it comes to emotions, you want to make sure you fall into your emotions, because they are a gift again, and they're a gift in the sense that you're able to guide an experience based off how you feel inside, and based off of the different emotions that you're able to emit, or different emotions that you're able to fall into. And so when you're like thinking about certain situations, like if you're mad at something, if you're mad at something, you want to be like in tune to your anger. I mean, don't get to the point where like you're ballistic and you kind of ruin your life, but really fall into like, hey, I can be mad at this moment because I'm mad. I can be happy in this moment because I'm happy. I can be sad in this moment because I'm sad. And not fighting and pushing against your emotions because of some external reasons. And the emotion part, it really helps you tap into a kind of a more fuller side of you. It allows you to see you in a whole total view of how you look when you're mad, how you look when you're happy, how you look when you're trying to feel sexual, how you feel when you're trying to pass an exam, how you feel when any type of situation. And so you want to make sure you're putting yourself and guiding yourself in a way that is conducive to you understanding more of yourself and being more aware of yourself, as well as putting yourself in a situation to say, hey, when I'm mad, this is how I act, and I enjoy falling into, or I don't enjoy falling into, and now you're guiding, you're not afraid of your emotions. Now, the important part of this tip is the power over yourself and the power over your emotions, so that you can see them as gifts and not as a way to make excuses or have a way for them to hinder you from getting to where you want to be. And I've experienced that. So when it comes to my emotions, one of the things that was hard for me to do was cry. I just couldn't cry. I thought crying was the worst thing anyone could do, because I just didn't understand what crying was. And so I remember exactly when I decided that I would stop crying. It was at it was my grandfather's funeral, and I kind of barely knew the guy, and I know it was his family, I should really love him, but I was young. I didn't really understand like the whole family and the whole any of those like aspects of death and life in situations like that when it comes to family and relationships. And so I said, I don't know why I'm crying for this person. I barely know the person, so I won't cry. And then so from that point, I said no crying. And then I was in the 5th or 6th grade when that happened. I could be wrong. It could be like 4th. It could be like in that middle school range. And when I went to high school, my theology teacher, my sophomore year, taught me a little lesson. He taught me that there was a gift in crying. And so I was like, what? It kind of planted a seed, but then at the same time, I like nixed it out. Like, I was like, no. And that's the whole point of planting a seed, is so that way it kind of lodged in there when you don't realize. And so he planted that seed, and over time, I kept thinking about like different emotions that I like to feel. Like I was always happy. And I would use my happiness as a defense mechanism, so I wasn't angry, I wasn't sad or anything like that. I would use happiness and laughter as a way to suppress how I felt, suppress my emotions. And then so I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna allow that to happen. I'm gonna see the gift and the joys of like crying and falling into my emotions. And then so I decided to at least have a goal to cry at least once a year. Just once. I give myself one time a year to cry. So that was a part of me that was coming from a place that didn't want to cry whatsoever. Like, no. To the point where I was like, okay, at least one time a year, because you need to fall into. Now, I'm not afraid of crying. I'm not afraid of being mad. I'm not afraid of being like utilizing my emotions. I do use my happiness as a defense mechanism sometimes. I have to, I have to call myself out on that one. But majority of the time, I'm more in control of how I'm feeling and how I'm supposed to feel in a situation. So that way I know, hey, this is just part of life. This is just part of who I am. My emotions were given to me so that way I can experience the world. I can experience this thing called life more holistically. And so that way my life is so much more fuller. And so 365 Tips to a Full Life is out. You can grab yourself a copy. That tip and way more better tips, way more better tips are in that book. So go ahead and grab yourself a copy. The link is down in the description below. It's not that much. It's like a meal at a fast food restaurant for the book. So get yourself some food for thought. Like the video, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you next time. I love you. Peace.